Hi everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I am going to do my full moon in Virgo. I know I'm rather late. We are in the energies of the full moon in Virgo right now. This is March 7th. But let's dive in and see what comes up. We're going to start with this deck. I like to do the full moon readings and tap in to the energies to start out with this deck. And so I'm going to go right on ahead and do that right now. I probably will read a little bit from the booklet from the opening one, and then we're going to jump right into the reading itself and see what comes up for everyone. And I hope all is doing well where you're at this evening. It is getting rather late. So focusing on everyone, the full moon in Virgo, guiding the angels, Archangel Michael to guide and protect our time and space together. What does this full moon in Virgo, focusing on that full moon, what does these energies that we're sitting in right now, what do they want us to know? What is going on around us in these energies? And we have child. And the undercurrent here is the moon itself. I want to get one. I felt like two was coming there. Two, and then the top one is a book. I don't know that I'm going to read into it. I'm just going to lay it down here. So, like an open book, information, communication, knowledge, wisdom coming from that one. But let's focus on the moon child. That's kind of funny. Let's read a little bit from the... I'm going to read from the moon first. Emotions, feelings, intuition, lunar cycle, art, hidden talents, imagination, and winter, which we're going to be leaving winter in this month of March. The moon represents the lunar self, which is the right-brained, intuitive mind that uses creative imagination, symbolic language, and sensitivity to move through the world. The lunar self speaks in symbols, pictures, metaphors, and feelings, and offers a pathway to creative experiences. Art, language, magic, and storytelling fall into the realm of the lunar self and the moon's influence. The moon awakens a sense of wonder and discovery for the world as it unfolds, and remind you that power comes from within. I'm not going to read it all because I can get rather... Mind you that power comes from within. I get a sense of psychic. For me that takes me back to our manifestation skills and all that. So, and I'm getting like a beginner's mind with this too. And there's music on this card. I don't know if you can see. So let's just read 13 a little bit. The child. A child, innocence, youth, small in proportion. Children live their lives filled with so much vitality and grace, completely linked into the lunar self. That's so funny. It says that right here. Completely tapped into the lunar self. So, completely linked into the lunar self, which is what we just talked about there. Because it says the power comes from within. They are unapologetic with their truth, uninhibited in their creative freedom. Watch how elegantly a child moves through emotions from happy to sad in an instant. Children hold on to nothing. They are firmly anchored in the here and now. Magic is the truth of the child because creativity and imagination are limitless in their big, bright eyes. For them, the world is full of possibility. They are pure, universal love made manifest. So it's kind of like this moon is giving us this message of feeling like we are in that, beginner's mind, being linked into our lunar selves in ways of expression. So we may find we're just expressing our, happiness and our anger. We may, it's kind of reminding me of mood swings, right? We're holding on to nothing seriously, and there's just this sense of freedom of expression in a way that it would have been when you were a child, right? So there's this message of that to keep in mind for this full moon, that you may be doing that, or you may see others doing that. So you may find others' expressions kind of erratic in that sense, if you think of it. But it's also talking about the magic is the truth of the child, because creativity and imagination are limitless in their big bright eyes. So you can create anything that you want to. There's no limit to the way you can create and the way you can express, or the way you can use your imagination to manifest things into the world. They are pure, universal love made manifest. It says that's not to say a child cannot be a terror, but the difference is that children have no intention to cause pain. They are innocent and without malice. The way they move through the world is in response to their experience. They are curious about each intriguing thing that crosses their path. A butterfly, a shooting star, a falling tree, whatever it is, they are interested. So I'm also getting that sense they have no intention to cause pain. So whatever's going on, or whatever may get expressed to you in one way or the other, it's no intention to cause pain. There's just this open, magical imagination, expressive energy coming to us and through us, I feel, from this moon's energy, and kind of just flow with it. Not be afraid of it. So let's see what else talks. Very interesting. Let's see what signs or symbols this moon might send us. Just do some charms here for the Virgo full moon. We have plain, destination. Undercurrent is letter expression. I take the top one. We have razor, cutting. And I'm going to pull one more. We have chess, strategy. So it could be cutting out strategy. These are just the symbols that are coming up. I don't want to read too much into a message from them. But there could be travel, there could be, again, this expression, right? Cutting out strategies. Children don't have a strategy, right? So it's like maybe cutting that out. Like if you're strategizing something, just let that go, let that strategy go, let things flow, let things express, and let things, move, let the energies move, or let your expression move without a strategy is what, like if I'm reading this intuitively, I would say just what this said. Express and move, or move your expression and express things without having a strategy, like not having a plan in place, or not pre-planning what you have to say, or someone is not pre-planning what they have to say. Maybe they just blurt something out. There wasn't a plan in place, right? Things just move. Or it could be to get things moving. Something just gets said. There's not a strategy, there's not a plan, there wasn't any rehearsal. Something just kind of gets expressed and moved in a direction without any pre-planning. Or it could be something that's good for us to do at this time too. So just keeping that in mind. I see a lot of music. There could be, you could be feeling like meditating, listening to music, or listening to music and drawing, or creating, or doodling. For me, I like to use my iPad to do like adult coloring and a meditative thing where I listen to my headphones, and that's kind of coming up here just to kind of get into the zone of creativity, right? And meditation, it all kind of ties together to help calm energies too. So let's just see. I'm also getting imaginary friend kind of energy too. Like when you were little, you had an imaginary friend you would talk to. I'm kind of getting that vibe from this too. Like the man on the moon, and just that kind of energy where you just, you go with it. It's like, so there could be something like that coming up. More easily able to see your imaginary friend with the psychic ability and the energies coming too. I know Virgos are detail oriented, but this feels very much like opposite of that feeling of detail oriented. No strategy, no plan, you know, being able to see imaginary friend or talking to them or allowing yourself to believe in that more. So focusing on the full moon spirit and Virgo. This one, I'm just going to hold it up. It fell out. Eternal dance. Movement, will of life, faith. Oh, path of least resistance. Kind of interesting. Path of least resistance, you know. Path of least resistance with the no strategy and expression and movement. That's kind of the feeling of these three cards with this. You know, just allow yourself to move. You don't have to have a dance, you know, you don't have to do a dance rehearsal. You don't have to have the steps prepared and practiced. You don't have to go over and over everything. This is going to be like free expression, free movement kind of feeling. So this card really does apply in that sense, because it's talking about that moving through life, expressing yourself without any resistance, without any pre-planning, without knowing all the dance steps, or without knowing all the words to the song. Allow yourself to sing, allow yourself to dance. Just let yourself go with the energies. So I'm going to put that back, continue shuffling, and then we're going to get to the spread. So this is a lot of beautiful energy, really, when you can sit with it and see how open and freeing it is. There's a sense of freedom coming here, of being able to just be you, be your true self, be who you want to be, and say what you want to say, and not fear any repercussions. That's also a message that's coming up. So if you get into a conversation with someone, don't fear what you have to say. You know, I feel like the other person's, I feel a sense of open-mindedness here. And it's like anything goes or anything can. So it's a space, it's a safe space, they're saying, to be able to do that and to free up and just exchange. So if you've been wondering about that with someone special to you, like, can you say these things? Sure, you can say these things and you'll be accepted and it won't be judged, right? There's no judgment here. There's a space of just openness. Okay, they're saying now. So let's see. What has grown from the last full moon in February, which I believe was Leo, and we have Zen Garden, Inner Sanctuary. So you have sort of like a hermit energy, perhaps, really taken refuge in your own energy and maybe tuned out a lot of outside static. Maybe you've lessened your social media consumption, or you've literally created a space in your 3D physical world where you can meditate, or nap or rest or read or what have you. Or, maybe you've created that in an inner landscape within a meditation in your third eye. You've created a place where you go in meditation. But nonetheless, you have calmed something within yourself. And you're feeling more peaceful, you're feeling more centered, you're feeling calmer about things overall. You may find you have less anxiety or anxious energy. You have grown that Zen garden within since the last full moon. What will this full moon, what secret will this moon reveal to us? And it is yin yang, creating harmony through balance. So what is a secret? What will it reveal to us? Creating harmony through balance. I feel like it'll be an ability to do this. It will reveal what does that for you, what, for each individual person, what brings you that. And I feel like you've been working on this, you're moving into that. These feel kind of tied together, the Zen garden and the balance. So it's going to reveal more of what does it for you, they're saying. What does it for you? What brings you into that balance? So for every person, it could be something different. The harmony comes through the balance. So whatever the balance is for you, whatever that means for you, like if that's a walking meditation, if that brings, if that brings you into balance, or if it's, delegating chores to other people, or spending more, delegating more time to your own meditation or your own spiritual practice, you know, bringing more of a work-life balance. Whatever that balance is the secret that will be revealed. And like I said, I'm just using examples. It could be so many things. It could be ways of self-care or self-talk, inner talk that brings you into more balance. But you're going to find through balance, you're going to find what that balance is for you. And through that, you're going to find more harmony. And interesting, that harmony kind of feels like the musical notes on this child's face too. So what will be revealed is what does it for you in the way of balance that brings you into that peace and harmony. So what your balance, I'm going to say trigger is, spark is, whatever, you're going to be finding out what your way into that balance, okay? Your path into that balance. So what would this moon reveal to us to help us protect our energy? So how will this moon help us protect our energy? Let's put it that way. And it is intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. So it's going to help us with this, and that is what's going to help protect our energy. So it's trusting, I feel, you know, an ability to trust more in our own intuition. Because when we're not following our gut, when we're not trusting in our intuition, our energy is not, you know, going to be as secure, grounded, or protected, right? We're going to be like erratic all over the place, in fear, you know, feeling drained. When we're second guessing ourselves, we're draining ourselves literally, energetically. And so when you're trusting your gut, you're trusting your own knowing, when you're trusting those whispers of your own heart, right? And you're not like all over the place in fear and what if, and oh my gosh, what if I'm wrong? It's like you get that hit, you know it's true, you don't go out seeking, because when you don't trust yourself, you'll go seeking for answers, you'll look to other people, you'll sit and ruminate, your mind will go over and over things, and you're literally just sitting there spinning, you know, draining yourself. So what will protect our energy is this trusting, this silent whisper of our heart. And that can be, it's like looking back here, this can actually be what brings more balance too. So when you fully come into the ability to trust that intuitive communication coming to us or coming through us, that can also help bring us into balance and more harmony. So these could all very well be tied. It's almost going backward and then coming into that Zen garden. So it's going this way and it's going that way. What is released from us that is negative, or what is released to us that is positive? So it depends on what comes up, negative or positive. So what will be released from us that is negative, or what will be released to us that is positive? We have flame tree, the start of something new. So I feel like something will be released to us that is positive, and it's going to be new. And the flame tree, this is passion, this is excitement. For some, this could have to do with, you know, partnerships. And so it's going to be something that is a new endeavor, the start of something new. Let's see if I can pull. Let me pull an energy. Let's just pull an energy card and see if we can see what new is, or anything about the kind of energy that's going to be new, just to get more of a, you know, more of a clarification on that, more of a hint of this, what this new positive energy going to be released to us from this moon. In what area, Spirit? Oh, this one came out and it's MB. And so it can be releasing that, because this is a positive new, it's like a door opening without some shadow aspects. It's not necessarily the word MB, but I'm just seeing this portal, this door opening without some shadow aspects. I'm going to let that one out, but I'm going to pull another one since that one just fell. So what could be the new? There's another one that fell. It's Thinking Woman. Wow. And you know what? It's almost like I see this MB card now as a thought form. You know, and it's sort of like what I said back here, when we're not trusting our intuition, we can really overthink, right? And so I feel like the new start is going to be a new beginning where we don't have this holding us back. I see this as thought forms. They're all like dark, they're covered, they're cloaked, and it's a lot of overthinking. I feel like this is a lot of overthinking. Nothing to do really with the word envy to me. It's just showing me like a visual. So what is going to be released to us? So it's sort of like negative and positive. It's going to be, what's going to be taken? There's going to be the phase of our lives, perhaps a cycle in our lives where we couldn't gain footing, we couldn't get into the light because we were, maybe anxious, or all the things that I mentioned, when we can't trust our own intuition, when we don't trust our own knowing, right? We can overthink, we can look to other people for answers, we can ruminate, we can get into fear, we can literally make ourselves sick. We just drain ourselves when we don't really trust our own knowing and our own intuition. So what is going to be released to us is a new start, a new ability to think more clearly, to think without this negative overthinking kind of energy. So it's like a door opening, more light coming in, more clarity, more room to think and breathe, and go about other things other than sitting and thinking about all these things we're second guessing because we're not trusting ourselves, right? So it's a new phase. The new energy is, the something new is our own way of thinking, I feel, for a lot is coming up here. And it can even be learning something new too, but I'm getting just a combo, a new cycle of letting go of anxieties, fears, because we've come into a new understanding. And I feel it's coming from this energy the moon is giving us, like an ability to kind of be free in expression, free. It's like not being so hard on ourselves, like allowing ourselves to explore, allowing ourselves to express, not worrying what, this not trusting this intuitive thing here. This can lead to like not trusting that, like when we're talking to someone, that we start thinking, oh, what are they thinking? And we get into this and that. Like we're really not grounded and we're not centered in our own selves. So it's just a lot of freedom of expression and an ability to kind of relax and explore and navigate our world moving forward without anxiety is what it feels like, in ways of thinking that keeps us cloaked, keeps us back, keeps us from moving forward in our lives. So the last one is our superpower in this energy. So I'm going to pull one from here and then I'm going to look in the undercurrent. Our superpower is evolution, earth changes, climate change, transformation. So I feel like it's coming from a lot, like a grander energy to us, this superpower. And then I'm going to look on the undercurrent for like an individual. And there's another woman tree hugging. So it's healing, reconnecting with your true nature. So yeah, like coming back to yourself, back to, maybe who you were as a child before all the clutter in the brain and the thoughts and patterns and conditioning were upon us, right? So there's like a return to simpler energies, to your true natures when you were a child. And it's internal love. Eternal. I'm going to say, why is I saying internal? Eternal love, happiness, harmony, fulfillment into that as well. So what a beautiful, it's going to lead us into those energies more fully. So what a beautiful reading we have for the Virgo full moon energies. And so I want to say, of course, happy full moon. And I will be back soon with my next episode too, for those that are interested, of my vampire lovers. I think after the 15th of March I will be doing that. So shortly after that I will be doing that next episode. I'm not sure what number. I think it's 10. I think I'm on episode 10 of that reading. So watch for that, and probably next. And some Easter specials. I will be doing some Easter special readings as well. So watch for those to be coming up on the channel. I want to thank everyone for liking, sharing, and subscribing as well. Angel blessings, everyone. Oceans of love.